I want to talk to you about the 11 different ways that I currently invest. I thought it'd be really good to go through these because this is something that I've gone through with actually those that have joined our inner circle and have invested into themselves, into their financial literacy, into their financial intelligence. And I always say, I think a lot of times where we go wrong, and it's not your fault, it's not my fault, we're just not taught the playbook. But that's where we kind of go wrong individually, but also in our society is, I think we unfortunately think the most important type of education is scholastic education. And I think what we find over time is the most important education oftentimes is financial education. And I would say even that is starting to come into close proximity with the informational age and sort of AI education. I firmly believe that if we don't get caught up and if we don't get on board with what's happening with artificial intelligence and with what's happening with AI, we are significantly going to get left behind. Let me say this again. If you're not investing into yourself to understand what is happening with artificial intelligence, you're systematically putting yourself in a position where in the next 5-10 years, you're going to get left behind. I always say it's not AI that's going to take our jobs. It is the people that understand how to operate AI that's going to take our jobs. And I've written many articles about this. Go follow me on social media. I wrote a whole in-depth post about this just the other day on my Facebook platform. So if you're not already following me on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, on TikTok, on YouTube especially, we put out new content every week on YouTube. Make sure to do that. So lock in with us. I want to talk to you about the 11 different asset classes that I invest in. I want to show you a real life asset class that you probably haven't heard of. I just posted about it actually today on my Instagram. So if you're not already on Instagram, make sure to go follow me over there. But I'll actually share my screen and I want to show you not only the post itself, but I want to dive into the 11 ways that the 11 asset classes that I invest in so that you can see real world, real life stuff. So this is my Instagram. If you're not already following me, make sure to go on over to the real Jamil Frazier. And you'll see here, and I'm just teeing this up because I want to show you. So I said, my wife and I have over $210,000 invested with over 37% in returns. Now, let me just kind of pause there for a second because I think most people, when they make an investment, I think most people would be happy with 6% return on their money, 7%, 8%, certainly 10%. So anytime you can find an investment that gives you over 30% returns. Heck, I have current investments that's giving me 80% returns, right? So 37% returns on an investment you probably have never heard of before. All right. What is this miracle investment? Just give me a second. I'm going to show you. So these aren't stocks. They're not crypto. They're not real estate. They are called structured notes. And I have sort of proof that's down here that's so small you can't even see. But these are structured notes. Many investors have never heard of them. My wife and I absolutely love them. We currently have 3 notes out now, 2 different institutions. And when I say institutions, I mean 3 different banks. And these investments have given us over 37% return. But what's so cool about these is it isn't just the upside, it's the cash flow that you get as well. Specifically, my wife and I love them because it gives you predictable income. How many of you guys out there, just put a 1 in the comments, are looking for passive income, but you're looking for cash flow every single month? You want to put away $10,000, $30,000, $50,000, $100,000, $500,000 And because you made that investment, you want to see cash, cold, hard cash that's flowing in every single month from those investments. So one thing that you'll learn about me is I don't discriminate. And that's why I'm going to tell you about basically different ways that I invest money right now, because as long as I can get a return in the market, it's going to dictate how I invest. And so we'll talk about that a little bit. But structured notes is going to give you predictable income. It's going to reduce emotional investing, and you're going to get paid without needing the stock market to boom or to bust or to soar. So your benefits essentially are you get the income potential that's there, you get downside buffers, you define the risk and the rules, and it's built for uncertain markets and is issued by major institutions. So right now, I have notes out. I've lent money to Barclay, to Citigroup, and the GS stands for Goldman Sachs, which so many of you guys have heard from. So what is downside buffers? What this means is you have a hybrid investment. So you're invested, you have a loan out to these banks, but you also are invested into the stock market, but also almost invested into a little bit of like an insurance instrument, meaning that there's going to be a buffer. So if the stock market crumbles, then this is only going to allow it to fall so much, your investment to fall so much. And that's that buffer that is there, right? But you get all of the upside of the market, plus you get the upside of what you negotiated with the institution itself, of the returns that they're going to give you back. And I'll show you in a second. So you get all of that, and you get to define risk in the rules, meaning you get to set the precedent with the institution of how you want your loan to actually go. This is basically for those that are high income earners, busy professionals, which many of you guys are, investors tired of volatility. So a lot of people are just jumping into crypto right now. You're jumping into individual stocks, or you're jumping into really risky things, and you're tired of seeing the market fluctuate so much. This is going to be, or has the potential to be, a better investment for you. People are already saving and investing, or people, honestly, most of you guys are probably just saving. And so you want to get that money to work for you more, then this could be a fantastic option for you. And those that want income plus protection, it's definitely not for people who are looking to get rich really fast, people who, sell every time the market fluctuates a little bit. It's not for anybody who doesn't understand that risk is involved, and it's not for investors that basically have no foundation. Discipline is required. Hope it brought a value. So excited that you are a part of the family. If you ever want to dive in deeper, then make sure to look into several of our other packages, to where you can become part of our inner circle, to where we don't just do what we did tonight, but we dive in so much deeper. You have access to 7, 8, 9-figure investors and entrepreneurs. We take ton of time of going through step by step a lot of the different investments that we're making right now, and we make sure to sort of rectify your whole financial standings for you, to make sure that it's done well. And this way, there's no confusion. You're not thinking, am I doing it right? Because the team and I are going through and making sure that your plan is so freaking solid, so that you can make a heck of a lot more, so that you can manage your money a lot better. And we put you on an investment plan to where we intend to build at least a $2 million portfolio for you. So if that ever sounds like something that you want to check out more, make sure to send the team or myself a note. You can jump on a consultation call and just get more information and see if it makes sense for you. On behalf of my team, have an incredible night, and we will see you on the next one. Everybody remember, no lazy money.